are listening to the other one, Skipping the Queue. My name is Red. I'm joined by Mel.
I'm so excited to go back to Hokkaido next week, I say as I put like a dark filter over my regular room.
Yeah. Also joined by Brad.
I'm running around a dark warehouse.
Damn, I'm gonna have to explain my joke later.
Yeah, I don't fully...
It was from the Slime Mold episode.
Okay. Well, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. So yeah, we covered... How many more episodes? 14... so it's 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. So it's technically 5 episodes, but one of them...
But one of these barely counts.
One of these barely counts. One's a recap with Pigmon. Which, you know, if I'm going to have a recap episode, I guess I'd like Pigmon to be there, but also, if I had a Pigmon episode... Yeah, Pigmon is popular with the girls. If Pigmon was there, I would rather it wasn't a recap episode and that it was just Pigmon. In an episode of the show. So...
Omega just being like, yeah, I gotta take Pigmon to the tropical island upstate.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, we start with a quick little... We start with the episode IU finds out, which, you know, first of all, IU found out the week... I also... Okay, I'm gonna start with my main complaint about this show at the minute.
Yeah.
Which is...
Yeah.
They keep being not clear the degree to which a person knows.
I think it's very clear with one person what she knows and is just not saying because she's just rolling with it.
I also think it's very clear what she knows. I also think there was a deliberate decision made by a group of writers to go, oh, we can very easily have this be a silent acceptance so we don't actually need to write dialogue or deal with this.
Okay,
and just keep the status quo. Okay. So IU knows.
Yes.
But they just don't write the conversation about IU knowing.
Yeah,
nope.
Like it's basically like we said, Serato's like, yeah, I'm gonna go fly Pigmon to this tropical island, and then I was like, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna not ask about this for the rest of the show, presumably.
but she's now in on it, and Kosei includes her in the like conspiracy stuff. But also, they haven't had a conversation where, like, yeah, so he's an alien who doesn't remember his memories or anything. So, like, how much does she know? Are they having this conversation off screen? What's going on?
No, it's to show how good of a friend she is, that she just doesn't ask any clarifying questions. She just trusts them to be doing the right thing. Isn't that great? Isn't that great character work?
Yeah. I love to have cake and also eat it.
Yeah. I'm right. I'm gonna be real. I don't see the benefit in keeping a cake. I understand that this is a turn of phrase that is a big deal in the English language. However,
it is a strange turn of phrase.
I
don't know where it came from.
Someone who coined it liked the idea of having a cake without eating it. I was like, why? The point is the cake is that you eat the cake is not like, I'm not going to display the cake forever. I want to eat the cake. Obviously, I want to eat the cake. This should be a choice between two things that I want. I don't want to keep a cake.
I think you should just admire the cake.
Admire the cake.
Oh, I guess the original phrase was, you can't eat your cake and then still have it too, which does make a little bit more sense.
Oh, yeah.
But then it's been overtaken by the more...
No, but like, I think that's the same thing.
I think it's like, if you eat your cake, you will no longer possess your cake.
Yeah. Like,
yes, but I don't want to possess a cake. I want to eat a cake. This is my point.
I'd like to possess a cake to then in the future eat the cake again, as I think what it's getting at is like, once you use something, that's a one-time use.
I mean, yes, you can't eat a cake twice. That's true.
That it's revealing the conundrum.
I see.
Is this dialectics?
I'm gonna invent the cake that you get to eat twice.
The dialectical staircase.
Invent the cake that you get to eat twice. Okay.
Yeah, I'll find a way.
Yeah. I don't want to know.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess this. Never mind. I'm not going down that path. Back on Omega, I was not impressed with our first 3 episodes of this batch. I really liked the last 2, but this first one,
this first one was like, I half expected it, because I'm like, Ultraman writers are cowards. And so I'm like, well, I guess the fact that they're acting like she knows, even if they're not going to actually have a conversation, is, I guess, better than expected, which is, oh, she knows about the Kosei thing, and somehow is still in the dark about Omega, even though I guess they're still going to act like she...
I think IU is... So I think IU is not in the dark about Omega, but we have got a new woman in the show, Sayuki, who gets added very soon. And she
here's the thing.
Eventually...
I don't think she's actually in the dark about Omega because of things that happen in a later episode.
I also think she kind of knows the Omega thing.
I think she's like...
Wait, who's Sayuki?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a very pointed part where she's like, Earth has to be defended by Earthlings, and then looks at Serrano.
I
didn't see her look at him.
But there's also other things. Like, we'll get to it.
Yeah, okay.
As usual, we're very good at doing things in order on this podcast. That's what we're known for.
In order is I'm not a concern for skipping the queue. It's fine.
I guess it's in there.
So yeah, this first that's true. This first episode is, we get a little bit of Pigmon, and then Serato flies him away, and meanwhile the rest of it is flashback to, we're recapping.
It's a recap episode. I feel like I've said this before, but is it just me, or is it like a style of writing that's just prevalent in recap episodes? Like the way characters talk about things.
Yeah. We had a great time up in the mountains where you found the rock that gave you the power for the first time. Wasn't that a surprise? Oh, yes. His telekinesis sure has helped us. Yeah.
He was 15 and played the piano, right? He sure did.
He sure was. I'm like, yeah, I'm, obviously recap brain turns off. But I
want to know what Kosei told the policeman that apparently came to his door that we didn't see. That was like, hey, your neighbor reported a kaiju broke into your house. And then 5 seconds later, he's like, I had to shoo off a policeman.
Yeah. I guess it's easy to do that. For him, he's just like, yeah, go away. There was no kaiju. It's fine. You don't need to investigate anything. Get out of here. Scram.
And this is Japan. Everyone knows police there are very friendly and never abuse power in any way.
Never ever.
Really, if you think about it, the high conviction rate of criminals in Japan is just because the criminals obviously deserve it and the police are very competent at their jobs.
Yeah.
Which is presumably what most Japanese people probably actually believe.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least it's that version of them. Anyway,
yeah. My go-to for what the normal Japanese person believes is, until I would say about a year ago, was the Hololive VTuber Subaru. However, at some point, it became apparent that being in the presence of all the other Hololivers, she had been speedrunning niche fetishes.
Oh.
Like just niche internet-based
It's like that
ideas.
Like that XKDT comic about like the crystal formulas, but for fetishes.
Yes. I don't really have anything to say about this episode. Other than
it's a recap episode.
It's a recap episode.
It's honestly.
Yeah.
Don't you have episode 14?
14, even.
Well, I guess 14 and 15 are a two-parter anyway.
14 and 15 is a two-parter. We get a new plot thread-ish, kind of, which is Sorato is starting to encounter aliens that, like, he's, there's like a plot to invade Earth. And we're meeting.
Oh wow! You mean like it's a modern Ultraman show where there's a plot suddenly in the second half?
Yeah, there's a plot in the second half. The second half has developed a plot. And
now,
he starts seeing himself in himself.
Oh, that part. Okay, I thought you meant the villains planet.
Oh,
thing.
also the villains. Because there's like a villain planet, and I don't know if this is going to be like an ongoing plot or if they just fix this.
That's what I was wondering.
But like the plot thread being presented to me is that he is reawakening to the idea that there is a huge.
Tyranids?
What was that? Sorry.
That he's fighting the Tyranids.
That he's fighting the Tyranids. He's reawakened to the idea that there is. That there was a huge huge CGI fight in episode 1, and that all those people are still out there. And so I don't know. So there's threats from space somewhere. But he starts seeing memories of himself.
And then like a threat from space comes in the form of like an assassin who's like, I'm gonna kill you.
That's okay. I'm down with a guy showing up and being like, I'm here to assassinate. Like he shows up and meets the guy that is Ultraman and goes, I'm here to assassinate Ultraman.
He's even got like a dark form of the necklace.
I think what you actually mean, because this is the most despair I've felt watching this show, is when the villain shows up and goes, Mabluki Omega, and then Serato's like, kill me? You want to kill me? And then they fucking fight, and then later in a warehouse, Serato gives the Cliff Note summary of what he actually said. It felt like it was done in a way to rush the explanation and not actually have dialogue between the villain and the main character so that more time can be spent on bad CGI fight scenes. I hated this so much.
When you say bad CGI fight scenes, which fight scenes are they doing in this?
Yeah.
All I'm remembering is like the hand to hand stuff.
Yeah, like
well this is the second part with the rainbow like explosion stuff, like
okay.
That stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that. I was just, I know there's a Serato throws hands with this guy. And then the guy turns into a big kaiju and also as a possessed evil, but soon to be good, a friendly kaiju. That's a bird.
The one part I did like about the two-parter is that this guy shows up and he has, like, he too can wield kaiju. I thought that was kind of neat.
Yeah. Presumably that is how we will be acquiring new kaiju going forward, is we will be meeting other kaiju that have kaiju.
I'm gonna be honest, I just assume this is all we got.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean that's possible because we've got the yellow, the blue, and the orange, the blue, and the purple. That's true.
There's also Ultraman is form-pilled these days, but it's not as form-pilled as...
What if Ultraman also had green?
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Well, this pod. Goodbye, everyone. If you want to follow us on Blue Sky, you can do so at Ultra.
I didn't know we're dealing with Green November here. Jeez.
Green. What's wrong with Green November?
Well, if Red November and Green November ever meet, they'd have to become Christmas.
Which is in December.
Christmas,
that's why it's a problem.
That's
Yeah,
that's Christmas. You can't have Christmas in November.
No. You get executed for that in some places.
I say as I walk into a shop.
Unfortunately, we do have Christmas in November in retail.
Yeah.
Yes, this is what. Yeah, that is true. The rest of this episode is we meet Sayuki. Sayuki's here, and
we met her last time, but this time she's actually introduced as like, hey, I'm part of the main cast now. That was what I showed up for as a teaser before, and she's fun.
She's in the opening. She says English sometimes.
Yeah, that's because she's quirky.
Yeah.
Just like us, we speak English all the time.
It's a little quirk of our personalities. We speak English.
Also random.
Yeah.
Why do we speak English? English. Britain invaded too many places.
Well, yes, we did do that. What was it? Sayuki does like she shows up and she starts this feels compulsory to every modern Ultraman that we've watched, which is interesting that it's not compulsory in the Showa era, but it is compulsory here. We don't know that Omega's on our side, right? The one funny thing here
it might be just like the ones we've seen as well.
It might be. But
bearing in mind, remember that like Blazer onwards is like a quote unquote new era than the shows that.
Yeah, I mean this is what I mean is the modern ones we've seen. That's
Yeah.
But what is funny is when Ayu's like, no, Ultraman's Omega's definitely on our side. And Sayuki says, well, no, that's just your opinion. It's only your opinion that Omega is protecting us. That's just pure conjecture. And Serato is sat next to her, like, nodding. Like, that's true. That's sensible. That's sensible. She's got you there. Because he's just agreeability as a person. What else is going on?
Well, they have an operation to like rescue the kaiju, the bird one.
Right, because the enemy kaiju has a Pokemon.
Yeah. But it's like Team Snatchem. He stole this Pokemon from Omega in the past that Omega
Team
can't.
Snatchem.
Yeah, Pokemon Coliseum.
Yeah. With Shadow Pokemon.
They have the Shadow Pokemon that you need to kidnap and then rehabilitate to be good Pokemon that fight for you instead.
Like in Nikkei.
Yeah. Don't will the Pokemon Nikkei crossover into this world that shouldn't exist.
So which Pokemon fit into, come on.
The fucking of course Magmar, because in Japan he's known as Boober.
Oh yeah. Magmar's good. Anyway, what were we talking about? Yes, the kaiju has a
Operation Pokemon's. Yeah, we're gonna capture the new kaiju Pokemon.
Yeah.
What's his name again? Valganus, I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it's a J rather than a G. He keeps saying J. So I think it's Valganus or something.
I think you should get that checked out.
Yeah. And Digitron wants to go capture that, and then they fuck. Is it that they fuck? No, they don't fuck this up in the first part. They because in the first part it's just that they meet this kaiju for the first time, right?
Yeah.
Is the fight at the end of episode 14 inconclusive.
And Omega gets owned.
Omega gets owned. And then in the second part they have the operation to try to try to capture the kaiju. And Kosei does like a whole thing where he's like comboing his moves to catch up with Valjanus in the fight.
Like he has Trigoron like fly him up into the air, and then he summons Reckonus to like psychically push him onto Valganus's head. It's pretty cool.
Can I be honest? Uh-huh. I think these fight scenes look terrible.
I mean, they do look bad, but I like the effort. Like, I think like the intent is neat, even if I'm like, well, obviously this is not good from a graphics department.
Yeah, like, I
think it might be that because I'm a Toku fan, my standards for graphics are just like on the floor.
Well, like
I'm like, oh yeah, Toei CG is terrible.
I could do with more like actual suit wrangling and wrestling a little bit. I think more than like there's a lot of like really budget looking CG explosions and like elemental effects in this batch of episodes that like make me feel nothing. That like I kind of wish, like, I don't know, it's a struggle because at the same time too that just kind of feels standard across the shows we've seen.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you about how I feel about most of the fight scenes of the shows we've seen.
Let me tell you about the machines I saw in an anime I saw in a movie theater the other night. I just think this is the modern... this is just a thing that we're kind of stuck with in the 2020s, where like some things are just easier done with CG, even if it doesn't look as good as like thing that would take actual effort.
Yeah, and like I don't want the opposite, because like Showa is just like you can only see like dudes wrestling in their suits so often before it's like, okay, I've seen that particular throw or that particular grapple like 8 times in my life now. So like I do like the variety at least being there, but like every time we get to a fight scene in one of these shows, my brain just shuts off.
I think this is just unfortunately like a case of like the limitations of this being a show for children that's a yearly franchise. Whereas, you know, maybe if it was like a bigger budget movie, they'd be able to do more. But then again, look at a Hollywood movie and maybe it's, you know, not actually worth it.
I think I would mind it less if like I do like particularly this batch. I really felt like it felt like a lot of other things in this show were condensed so we could have more scenes of like, you know, kaiju, like elemental wind blowing or like ice effects, or you know,
that's fair.
And the stuff they were skipping was stuff like, oh well, the villain doesn't actually speak, so we don't actually get like a actual explanation like from that guy about what he's doing. Instead, we get the recap from like Serato in the warehouse, like after the fact, and a lot of it feels like it's hinging on hype and aura moments, and I don't feel the hype or the aura, which is like...
Yeah, I mean, my criticism of the fights is not whether they look good or bad or not, or I enjoy them, because I think the fights in this show are kind of sliding off my brain. My problem is that they start up in like halfway through the episode, and I'm like, that's too early. You've still got so much time left. Like
fights. Me, color timers person. Yeah, the fights in this show in the modern era are just longer than the ones in the show era by like a lot.
And like I think that's really like, I've mentioned before, and like on like one of the previous Skipping the Queue episodes for this one, is there's just kind of a mode here that's like so slow. And like, there's just, I just feel like in half the time that this show does things, our Showa era shows are doing like 3 times as much.
Like the thing you said last week, where you were like, it's incredible what the writers of Ultraman will make you try to believe in a single episode about the state of the world.
Yes.
And that's just like the opposite pace of like the modern Ultraman.
Yes.
Well, I think they think, well, we're making this show for kids who don't give a fuck about any of that. They want to see the cool forms and, you know, how what this monster can do.
It's kind of funny
it's
that
so
it's
tiring
like,
by the end.
it's kind of funny that like by making the show more jingling keys by emphasizing the fights, they actually slow down the pace, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, it's like a weird contradiction, but it's definitely true.
Whereas like Ultraman Idiots, like, hey, Takeshi, I'm your friend who I met last week. Cut to a flashback that's hard to tell it's a flashback.
This is okay. This is is it that the pace is slower, or is it that they're just showing us more stuff we truly don't give a fuck about?
I just think that there is a particular style of how they're writing these scenes and these characters that is just kind of like uninterested in there's like no, it's almost like there's never a plot. Yeah, and I realize that there is, but like it does does sometimes just
That's my thing, is there are times where because for me, I don't know I would call the pacing slow. It's more like they feel as though they really like to glaze over or just like pay lip service to ideas that I feel deserve more attention and time than what they're giving attention and time. It's like a weird misallocation of like, what do we let the camera linger on? What do we let feel drawn out? And what do we want to speed right past that, like, we feel compelled to have included because, you know, we gotta have some of, like, the story and plot and stuff in there. But, you know where, and I think it's this batch of episodes, you know where I really feel that is, I think this is the batch where we get, like, the little, like, hype, like motivation montage of, no, I love this planet because I want to watch Wolfie make more fun videos.
Yes,
and all this shit. And I'm like,
this little, it's in episode 15. Is Serato decides that like what's most important to him is living as a person on Earth. And he's all like, I want to talk to your landlord more. And stuff.
I mean, he did say in episode 14 before the assassin hits, he's like, you know, I don't actually care that much about getting my memory back. I kind of like chill with this life.
So my jaw was on the floor when that whole montage thing happened, because I'm like, in the vast majority of like the people you're bringing up, I feel like these relationships haven't really been portrayed like that. I think what this show has actually shown is that you want to stay on Earth because you're really hungry all the time. I think that gets just about as much screen time as him interacting with most of those people. It gets more screen time
in the recap episode where he's like, yeah, you gave me some pretty tasty food. And Jose's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I definitely think it's that these relationships are not getting are not actually very.
He did get a letter from like the aunt in the Biko episode. That's nice. Which is also like the one that he has like a real actual relationship with.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, because I don't want to concoct the formula.
That the Ghost Hunter guys. He loves those guys.
Yeah. I also when they showed up in his flashback and he was like, I want to go on cool hunts with them. I was like, damn straight.
Yay!
But. Yippee-ki-yo, the other, because, and like, you know, I say this because I don't want to construct the formula that is just more screen time equals more important to the show. But I do agree that these
it does feel like we need to obligatory have every character of the week show up in the montage rather than like with the ones
like,
that actually
I wish Wolfie would make better videos. And I was like, yeah, I also wish Mr. Beast didn't suck. I don't miss him.
So okay, I love the ambiguity. So there's an ambiguity to this phrase because I had to rewind, and I believe the phrase used is more fun videos, which can either mean I think his current videos are fun, and I want more of them, or it means I want him to make videos that aren't dog shit. Maybe he's a genius.
He'd do well at Versailles. He'd do well. It's a
damn Talleyrand. How'd you manage to convince all of Europe to let France keep its army after Napoleon?
I'm just pretty cool. Pretty cool guy. People like me. Yeah. So I think this is kind of like this on its own is kind of a weak moment. What they're doing of it is setting up the fact that he's going to is the fact that his memories are within him as like another him that he's seeing around, who's like, bro, what are you doing? We have a fucking duty to do. And eventually that other him is going to start talking to him and being like, this has to be the first time we've had like we've had Ultraman comes to Earth and pretends to be human. Yeah, we now have Ultraman come to. We've had Ultraman come to Earth and possess a human, and they're kind of like varying degrees of are they one person or are they a buddy cop duo, like, you know, with Arc. And this feels like the first time where Ultraman comes to Earth and has like a divide within themselves. This is like Serato is the Moroboshi Dan, despite also being Ultraman. Which is, you know, we will see where that goes. So far, it has. I realize on the one hand, you know, listeners might be like, I don't remember that from the episodes. That's because it didn't happen yet. I'm just saying that's what's going to happen.
Much like the other two shows we watched, a lot of this feels like it's going to be backloaded.
Yeah. But I'm pretty confident that's where we're going. It just kind of makes sense, and I'm like, yes, you know, that's a kind of cool idea. I'm not like super high on this batch or anything, but like I'm like, yeah, you know, that's you got that one thing. It would be you haven't done anything with it yet, but we'll see.
Many people think highly of shows based on that. Even when the show ends and they don't actually do anything.
Yeah.
Oh, can I be honest?
Writing.
Oh, you can be honest. Potential writing.
Potential writing.
I wish this series was more like the last two episodes of this batch we watched, because I thought both of them were a pretty good time.
Let's have a little look at. I'll quickly sum up. Yeah, they beat the kaiju. They win. They do the thing. Episode 16. The KSCT has formed.
Yeah, we have a defense team.
Yeah, it's distinct from the NDF, but it is working with the NDF.
I feel like... well, first of all, I think it's funny that Sayaki is like, I am hiring all three of you protagonists for my team. And also, I have taken over Kosei's house as our base of operations. I got permission from Orlando and everything. Which I think is funny. I also think it's funny across the three series we've gotten. We've had increasing levels of operating within the basement for these teams.
Yes.
Do you think this is a budget thing? Actually?
I wonder. Maybe.
It's like a metatextual thing. It's like the fucking the Ultraman writing staff is like, bro, we ain't got fucking nothing.
Because like, you know, Scar is like a new
is
like a new legit military team that like is stationed in some warehouse. Skip is like
an office,
you know, an office on the surface of the sun. And you know, now we have a new team that has like some government funding, but also clearly just getting off the ground, and also they're just operating out of Kosei's basement.
Like, I could see them being like, oh, we don't want to spend the money on, like, doing, like, a big, fancy, like, team set. Let's just, like, that part we can just make it look improv.
Obviously, they have, like, well, this is our base of operations, so we're not going to change the base of operations. We're just going to, you know, budget. Like, this is a thing that's, like, kind of like in Modern Kamen Rider as well, where, like, we have a set that's, like, the home base where everyone just kind of hangs out and talks about the rider stuff. Because sets are expensive.
It's like ain't the worst way to do that if they want to do it.
Yeah.
It's funny. Saki's like, anyway, you should all give me your government IDs and resumes because obviously that's what you need for this job. And Serato's like, tugging collar, and Saki's like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
It's all Gucci. Everything's fine.
And we get the funny shot of them like going to the kaiju site, and they all show the government IDs, and Serato's just like smiling. It's fun.
Oh, I didn't mention the thing that I meant to talk about in like episode 15 or whatever, where the first time this comes up, this is the reason I've been like, they keep making it sort of unclear how much characters know. Is like, there's a moment where they cut to Sayuki saying to the gang, "Okay, I believe you." Literally, that's not me doing the thing. That is what she says, and then gives us like 30 to 40 seconds before revealing that she does, they haven't told her about Ultraman and Kosei. They haven't told her about that. And I'm just sat there like, does she know now? I don't think she does, but like, does she? You have to be clear about these things.
She's like, yeah, I set up a drone, and so me and Ito figured it out a while ago.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah. They do have a vehicle. It looks dog shit.
Yeah.
This is like the design is terrible. I would not want to fly in this thing.
I wonder if they have a budget to show the inside of it, and they don't.
No, they do not.
They should have just not had a vehicle and gotten one of those like store-bought like camera drones, and they're like our first vehicle.
They're like, wow, it's like we're a real Ultraman defense team from the Ultraman franchise.
Yeah.
Operating out of Kosei's basement.
Do you think in Japan they make drone toys of like, the little
stuff
Ultraman
that flies?
Like, yeah. I bet they do.
Do you think they make drone toys of the Zero?
Probably.
Yeah. It's maybe too niche. Like, that's more for model people, right?
Possibly.
Anyway.
They have a kaiju to go find and catch. Yeah. And Sayuki equips them with a bunch of stuff, including, like, tracking beacons and stun guns.
Which which maybe you can get in stores, presumably, as a toy.
Yeah, this seems like a toy.
The way they have, you plug it, you put the stun gun on like a Lego.
Yeah.
and Kosei can't figure out how to do it, so he ends up just fumbling and like running away.
Okay, I do have a question, because when this chase sequence first started, I kind of thought they were going to reveal like, oh no, it's a friendly kaiju who just wanted to play a little bit because of how it was moving and sounding. I don't know if either of you two had that too, but
I was like, he bumped into the kaiju and then they both freaked out, and I was like, oh, this is going to be a cute one. This is going to be one that we're not going to kill or capture or something. This is like a good kaiju. They didn't kill the kaiju. But it was just they started off in the mode of like, this is a Pigmon.
Yeah. Look forward to my fun trivia for this kaiju.
Oh, okay. But then no, we have to fight this guy. This kaiju is very dangerous, and Serato beats it up for a little bit, and then it turns really big.
There's a point where someone talks about the kaiju becoming big like it was a weird fact about it, and I was like, what show are you in? Hold on, this is very normal.
Everyone does this.
Yeah.
You're like, wait a minute, I thought monsters turning big after you beat them as a Super Sentai.
Yeah. I guess, have we had kaiju turning big yet? Or have we just had...
I think they've all just been big kaiju. I don't think we've had a small one that turned big.
They've just been big by default.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's this whole thing at the start of the episode where it's like there's been 2 kaiju sighted, and it's like, well, where's the big one? And it turns out this is the big one. It's one kaiju. And he starts wrecking shit, and Kosei and Serato turn into do their transformations, and then they have a really silly fight with this kaiju because it's slimy and slippery. And so they do slapstick shit like Ultraman falling off into the sea while some orchestral music plays.
And the one toy kaiju can't follow because it's like, I can't swim.
I can't swim. I'm the
I
yellow
didn't
one.
appreciate that
I can't
bit.
swim.
Because cat.
Yeah. So I'm this fight is alright because it's dumb as hell.
It's so
and you've
good.
got this it's like fucking this kaiju just slapping on a bunch of slime and then just like slip and sliding all over the place. It's a good time. And it turns out that its temperature, the kaiju gets hot and can heat itself up, and that transforms it into really big. And so if you can cool it down, that can fix it. And so they use the kaiju that they recently caught, the Pokemon, which can use the weather, to be clear. Felgeness, or whatever its name is, can use the weather. Or something.
Now, you get Avatar The Last Airbender powers with it equipped.
You do.
So do you think if this kaiju locked
green,
in,
like in SMT? Oh, so you go again. Sorry.
Do you think if this kaiju locked in, it could summon rainbows that turn people into snails?
Ooh, I don't know about turning people into snails. I don't know that rainbows can do that. I think it's specifically if you think the rainbow is going to turn you into a snail, it will turn you into a snail. Thank you, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
See, that would be a good one for the last show about imagination.
That's true. That is true.
They should have had a villain for that show that was about intrusive thoughts.
The dangers of imagination. Exactly. Yeah, you know, Subaraya, hire us. Subaraya, we can do your shows better than you can. It's really
Ultraman's
easy.
like,
if
I
you just
can't
think
beat
about
this
it for 5
one.
minutes.
I keep thinking about what would happen if I stubbed my toe really hard on one of these buildings.
Yes. Yes. Very good. And, you know, they freeze this kaiju, it turns small, and then IU zaps it with the stun gun.
And she's like, oh shit, these things are a little too powerful, I feel bad.
Yeah.
And then the government, carts it off, all tied down to do government stuff with it.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
It's probably fine.
I bet it's like normal and good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not being dissected and flayed out on several operating tables.
Yeah. That's basically the episode. It's a pretty good episode.
Yeah.
It's like they kind of created 16 episodes in, they invented Ultraman.
I kind of wish that this episode made me wish that maybe the team had been started a little bit earlier and we got more of this stuff.
Maybe. It's sort of weird. I mean, I can, you kind of split these shows down the middle, but it's kind of interesting that it takes until, like, even when we've got Sayuki already, we get like a full 2-parter before we implement this organization and we start doing Monster of the Week stuff. And so, like, and episode 13 is a recap, and so it's like, well, we're now 4 episodes deep into the second half we're a third into the second half of the show and Ultraman, and we've now started Ultraman. It's, I don't know, there are interesting choices in terms of
Ultraman Omega gets really good 2/3 the way in.
Maybe will. You never know. But yeah, I don't have like loads to say about this episode, but it's pretty good.
No,
Yeah.
I thought it was a dumb fun time.
It's a fun first operation for the team.
I guess what will bum me out about Omega, if like the rest of the show is just kind of like this and fine. Like, I'm sure there's going to be big plot stuff, obviously, with like the Tim scene double and all that stuff. We're going to address it at some point.
How many episodes of it will we get? Will it be 5?
I don't know.
Will it be 3?
3 or 4, maybe.
I'm going to go 3.
Yeah, that seems like a safe bet. But like I do have this thing, because I feel like the question of what does an Ultraman show look like where at the start there isn't like a team, I think is a pretty interesting question. I don't really necessarily know if I care for what Omega's take on that formula change was, if that makes sense. But now that it's here and we're kind of more traditional, I think of a Ultraman Goofy Monster of the Week episode, this is a pretty solid one. So
yeah. Wow. We have one more episode.
Yeah.
It's episode 17, which is about the NDF fucking up big time. They put the bones of ancient kaiju into their bullets and fired them at a kaiju, and
let's
then the kaiju
fucking
did
go.
something, and then the kaiju did something weird, and the NDF was like, I don't know why that happened.
Oh, let's go.
It's funny that's Pagos too, like the most vanilla legacy kaiju.
This is the coolest Pagos has ever been, let me tell you.
Well,
yes,
yeah.
absolutely. This is a really cool kaiju plot for an episode.
Yeah.
Because like they've got the amoeba. It's like it's like a parasite. It's a slime mold that is.
It feels like it could have been an Ultra 7 plot.
It does. It does, and long-time listeners will know that's the one we really like.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just have the note in capital letters: undead kaiju.
Do you think they read the article about the fungus that takes over the ant and were like, oh fuck, we got to put that in the show?
Oh yeah, yeah, that sounds about right. I also like how this comes to be with the NDF being like, well, our new cool weapon that kills the kaiju dead is oh, you want to know what's in it? Well, maybe that we don't actually have the ingenuity to invent anything like this, but we did put a kaiju fang in the bullet.
And you want to know how we found the kaiju fang? Oh, because global warming melted the permafrost.
Melted the permafrost. It's so cool. And towards the end of the episode, when Sarato is like, "Oh, well, we can freeze the amoeba. So we'll use freezing powers. We've got powers like that. We got Velgeness, and then that'll be kind of problem solved." And then Saiki is like, "Right, but like the climate is getting warmer, so like that's not actually a permanent solution because like the ice is going to continue to melt." And they have to come up with something else. I think this is just a cool episode. It is mostly just about solving a kaiju problem, but it's a cool problem because the slime mold is looking to replicate itself by finding other corpses of kaiju that the government is keeping.
Yeah.
For research purposes.
Hey, remember the Blazer movie?
I do remember the Blazer movie. What a good movie that is. I love that movie.
I think about the ending scene all the time.
What's the... Why he didn't know?
I think it's funny that the end of the movie overpowers every other memory of Blazer the show. He's
sat there discussing with his team at dinner, like talking about like what is the meaning of
while
life?
his wife
Where
and
is
kid
the
are
soul?
cooking food
While
for
his
his
wife
team.
and child are in the kitchen in the background of the shot. It's like the greatest movie ever made. He just hates his family. He just hates them. He doesn't think about them hard enough to hate them. Man. How do we get on to, this eventually the solution is to use
Wind.
green wind.
Because it dehydrates.
It dehydrates.
It's weak to Garu.
The wind is green because elementally wind is green in like JRPGs. I think I think that's most JRPGs. Or what is?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a JRPG where it's not green. Where
It's not Pokemon.
Oh well, is there a wind in Pokemon?
It's flying.
No, it's flying. Well, it's not quite the same.
Well,
it's
instead. It's weird. It's weird because like wind attacks are all flying type moves.
Mm.
And like you start getting pure flying types a lot later, but they're very few and far between.
I have a question about Pokemon type stuff.
Yeah.
So like fire is vulnerable to water.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Grass is vulnerable to fire.
Yeah.
I understand this. What do they mean water is vulnerable to grass?
Plants drink water.
Does water up shit?
Does water want to be drunk?
Water is a chemical that has no feelings.
I don't know. Let me test. Didn't seem to complain to me.
There you go. Sorry, I just had to. I went Greek philosopher mode.
I will say the first pure flying type is like Tornadus, which is a green wind spirit.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go. Green wind. Found it. And then also putting the kaiju in space, which was my first idea. I was like, you put the kaiju in space, it works every time.
We'll just wait until it lands on some other planet, becomes their problem.
I've been defeated by entropy again. I don't know if it's not entropy. It's statistics. Is it possible? How likely is it for this kaiju to drift through space without touching anything until, like, the end of the universe?
I don't know enough about space and math to...
It presumably gets more likely with every second because everything's getting further apart.
I guess it depends on how fast it's going.
Yeah. Who knows?
Because at some point, gravity would send it towards something. I think that's how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like it's like...
But like it's probably just going to hit like an asteroid belt or some other debris field first.
If it lands on Mars, it's not going to do any better.
Well, good luck to this kaiju whose name I did not write down.
I think it's fun that in this case, like Serato decides to go alone with Sayuki.
Mm-hmm.
To Hokkaido.
They go. Oh, okay. There we go.
Oh,
and they've just got a dark filter. Yes. It's just kind of shady there.
They just put a filter over Mount Ifune Quarry.
I don't think I realized there was a filter, if I'm being honest. But now that I think about it in my mind's eye, no, it's a little darker.
It is just kind of dark.
Yeah.
And then, worth noting that like Serato gets the call that Kosei is struggling, because Rectinus gets wrecked in 2 seconds, and he does like the thing where
they call him Rectinus.
Yeah, he does the Shin Hayata run, like 5 meters and flies away, and Sayuki's like, "Damn."
It is just like, you just want her to know.
Well, I think I came out of that scene going, well, she knows, obviously. though it is kind of hint. It does kind of hint that she does earlier, because like she sees, I think in episode 16 at the end, she's like looking at the footage of Omega fighting the kaiju, and she's like, "Oh, what a fun team!"
Very interesting.
Yeah.
So my assumption is like, even though this is a bit like more fun than like the IU thing, where she's like, "I'm just gonna not say anything." She's like, "Tee-hee, I'm not gonna say anything." But I'm gonna act like it. I don't know.
There is a one moment in this episode where Saiki tells Kosei to use the wind, the one that controls natural phenomena.
And then at the end of the episode, Kosei, it takes until Kosei being told at the end of the episode, "Yeah, I know about the kaiju taming things." Stupid.
Despite the fact that she said to him, "Yo, use your Pokemon."
It's one of those things, I think, where it's like in the heat of the moment you do it, and then you don't actually think about the implication until later.
Yeah. Yeah. This is an episode where we get a little, Sarato's gonna go transform, and then he goes sees his vision of himself, looking stern, looking like, bro, stop playing. What the fuck are you doing?
Standing there menacingly.
Yeah. And then in about six episodes, that guy's gonna speak, and he's gonna be like, "My name is this, and I'm you, and we have a duty to do, and then we have to leave. You can't get attached to these Earthlings." And Sarato's going to be like, but it's important that humanity is so special to me.
Yeah, like Wolfie.
Wolfie is special to me. That's kind of the batch, I think.
Yeah.
That's kind of, we got an hour. Hit an hour.
Yeah.
It's more substantial than usual.
Yeah.
But that's because
did we talk more about the recap than the last episode?
I mean, but the recap we had the stuff to talk about with IU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like this last episode is like, it's good, but in a way that's not like conducive to conversation.
Yeah.
Necessarily.
No, it's a good like, because I said before, I was really bummed by how much the amnesia stuff seems like it's a way for them to not have to do investigation type episode things. So I was really happy here when like they have the phone call about like, "Hey, what did you do? What are those bullets made out of? What the fuck is in this bullet?" And then we have to go to Hokkaido to like find the like fossilized or like sealed away like, remnant like, thing of the kaiju. Like all that stuff is fun. I wish the show had more of it. So yeah, I was a big fan.
We even have Serato being like, "Oh yeah, I remember this from the records," and he's like, "Wait a minute, what do I mean by records?"
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, specifically, he's like, "Wait a minute, records? Where?" And so he's like, "What do you mean? Why are you asking me?" I don't fucking know. So yeah, even when like Serato has his like kaiju database, they still have to like figure shit out.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
I was really satisfied with how this one handled the kaiju info stuff. It was fun.
Wow. Mel, do you have color timers?
Yeah, I got my trivia. I think the order I do
Excellent.
It is that way.
Oh, I've just hit my microphone. Everything's fine. Continue.
Yeah. Directors. We have Takafumi Suzuki, who's been I think he was an assistant director since Jeed, up until Arc, where he did his first episode directorship, which is the other recap episode 13. So so far he's only done 2 of these, and that's it. Then we have Masayoshi Takasue, episode 14 and 15, and then Tobunobu Koshi did episode 16 and 17. Writers, Jinichiro Ashiki, episode 13, Toshizo Nemoto, 14 and 15. Junichiro Ashiki, episode 16. Then Ryo Hoshigami, to episode 17. Hoshigami, his sole previous writing credit on Ultraman was arc episode 8, which is Internet Canagon. However, he has also written some other things, like Metal Gear Survive and a couple of Psychopaths movies from the Season 3 era. So
Okay.
Of course, we have a couple of recurring cast members now. We have Sayuki Uda, played by Mirai Yamamoto. She previously played a character in the 2013 Operation Mystery File, and also played a recurring character in Ultraman Genga S. Then we have the military guy, Kazuya Taira, played by Seiya Osada, who's mostly done some supporting roles in Super Sentai.
Alright.
Now for the kaiju stuff, Pigmon, suit actor, Miyu Sekia, evil assassin Zovaras, suit actor, Yoshiki Kuwabara, designed by Toshimi Sakamoto, Vagonist, suit actor Satoru Kabe. Episode 16, King Alligatortus, suit actor Hiroki Arai. This is the fun bit. Apparently, this is supposed to be the same species as Peter from Ultra Q. Alligatortus.
Wait, no, but Peter from Ultra Q was literally just a crocodile. That
Don't worry about
transformed.
it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Which marks the first time Peter has fought an Ultraman, quote unquote. As far as I can tell, the species name Alligatortus seems to have been a wholly new invention for Omega. Because the only two times Peter, quote unquote, has shown up has been in Ultra Q and in a photo in Arc in that one recap episode. So.
This doesn't look like Peter at all.
Well, no, it's King Alligatortus.
It's the king version of Peter. It's King Peter.
Yeah, King Peter.
I guess only the king is allowed to have lips.
Yeah.
King Peter the Second of Yugoslavia, specifically. Let me have a look if this is an evil man.
He's a king of Yugoslavia, so probably.
You great on the curve. Well, there was he was exiled, deposition and exile. Okay, in the 20th century up to World War II. Okay.
Well, yeah, because that's when the Kingdom of Yugoslavia existed.
I didn't know when the Kingdom of Yugoslavia existed.
Well, it didn't exist pre-World War I.
It didn't exist. Well, yes. I suppose that is true.
The thing I find charming is that before they called it Yugoslavia for like a couple of years, they just called it the Kingdom of Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes, and presumably they were like, well, it is a bit unwieldy.
Yes. If there was still Yugoslavia, they'd have a pretty good basketball team at the Olympics.
Maybe one day.
That sounds like a threat.
It's not supposed to be.
No, I just. There's just. I don't know that I want to fuck around anymore with borders and in the Balkans.
I'm just saying, basically every Balkan socialist I know is like, homogeneous nation states don't make sense. We need like a bigger federation.
That is gonna be up to them.
Yeah,
I don't know enough about this. I literally don't know. I don't know enough to be having this conversation. I'm sorry.
I'm simply passing on comradely input. But anyway, that aside, ironically enough, this kaiju suit was made from modifying a Gessera suit, which is a reversal of how Gessera was made in the original Ultraman 66, which is because it was modified from Peter's suit originally. So that's fun.
Wait, did you say this is a modified Peter suit?
No.
What?
This suit is a modified Gessera suit, like a modern one.
Okay.
And the original Gessera from Ultraman in the 60s was made from modifying Peter.
Okay.
So that's a fun like reversal.
Who the fuck is
I understand
Gessera?
now.
It was like I think it was the chocolate fish episode. He's extremely one of the more forgettable kaiju from Ultraman 66, which of course means it's one of the ones that gets totally brought back all the time because it's in the first Ultraman.
Oh, this thing.
Yeah.
This is just a big fish.
Yeah.
But not as good as the big fish from Ultraman.
Oh yeah, it breaks like a battleship or something. That's right. I do remember this, looking at this photo. God, it was episode 6 of Ultraman. That was a lifetime ago.
Yeah. Like 2.5 years-ish.
Oh God.
I think you'll find those in like 1960 something.
Anyway, last kaiju. Edemophila, which is a defense a lot of Republicans are using right now.
God damn it.
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
They only found the Epstein files because the permafrost was melting. Wait, I can't admit that. Wrong party.
Featuring Pago, suit actor Shun Takahashi. This isn't really a trivia. This is just more like another really funny moment from the Ultraman wiki. Where it says in the trivia for Edemophila, Edemophila is similar to the Slithersucker from the documentary The Future is Wild, and proceeds to have a really lengthy paragraph explaining the similarities between these things. And then has a really brief bullet point after that says Edemophila is also similar to these future kaiju in Ultraman.
Okay.
And I'm like, this is some interesting wiki editorializing / priorities.
I see.
Middle school me did enjoy The Future as well.
Wow.
I got color timers now.
Oh, okay.
After that very chaotic trivia segment.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 14, 6 minutes, 37 seconds. Episode 15, 8 minutes, 35 seconds. With the dream Omega at the start of the episode, 1 minute, 23 seconds, because he had to dream on the moon, where Dome was. Episode 16, 6 minutes, 29 seconds. Episode 17, 4 minutes, 43 seconds. Then we got the capsule, countdown, Reckoness in episode 15, 1 minute, 11 seconds. Episode 17, 8 seconds. Trigeron gets episode 14, 4 minutes, 20 seconds. Episode 15, 21 seconds. Episode 16, 1 minute, 8 seconds. Then both Reckoness and Trigeron together as a duo in that one dream. Episode 15, 48 seconds. And then there's a bit where they kind of show up as mini forms. When Kosi's like, I'm gonna save you, Valganus. That's 22 seconds. The Valganus itself, episode 14, 3 minutes, 37 seconds. Episode 15, 4 minutes, 54 seconds. And then 2 minutes, 34 seconds. Also in the dream for 54 seconds. Episode 16, 3 minutes, 1 second. Episode 17, 2 minutes, 28 seconds. I said this off mic. I'm glad the next few things we're doing on the main podcast will probably not involve me doing color timers at all.
There you go. Very nice.
Still not as absurd as when I had to do color timers for Ultraman Rising, though.
I mean, that was... they weren't even on a timer. They abandoned the timer thing.
Yeah, but I have to commit to the bit.
I see.
Unless it's Ultra 7, then I abdicate responsibility.
Alrighty. Wow. In which case, we are kind of done.
Are we?
What are we missing? Am I missing something?
Think about it.
Oh, do we have emails?
Yes.
There we go.
We have one.
One email.
Do you know who from? Can you guess?
Oh, we have. Yes, I know. But I can't remember who. But we did receive this information.
Yes.
There was an Omega email.
Yes. Mothra fanboy.
Does he still not like the show?
Yeah, as he says in the first line, "Hello, #1 Ultraman Omega hater, back again.
Welcome back.
Only watching out of obligation. If I don't watch now,
Oh,
I'll have to
don't do
watch.
that. Don't.
Yeah.
I mean, you're allowed, but listen, it's not a job. You're good.
If I don't watch now, I'll have to watch it in 7 years. I don't know why you think that. We have not decided to do second gigs of these seasons, so don't worry about that. Episode 13. She did not find out. That is all. Well, matter of perspective.
She did. She knows. She knew at the in the episode in episode 12. She found out because she saw him do the thing.
I'm just kidding. This episode was okay for a halfway point recap episode. I like Pigmon being there because, as you'll find out in my email for the Star Ultraman, I love me some Pigmon. Presumably, I will be heavily curating that email. Episode 14, yeah, no. Human fight was good. The Valganist is okay. Glad we were finally getting some sort of backstory to Serato. Otherwise, this wasn't enjoyable. I like you as a character, so happy to see her as a mainstay.
Mm-hmm.
Those who protect. I am so fucking done with Omega after I heard how people talking in the comment section of episode 14 about how Ultra Omega is their favorite show of all time and how this is the best Ultra episode of all time. So I did the unthinkable. I am now watching Omega in 1.75 times speed. This is the part where I ask Mothra fanboy, how does this not desync the subtitles? Because that's what happens whenever I try and speed up a YouTube video with subtitles.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
That doesn't happen to me.
That doesn't happen to me either.
What the fuck? Maybe I'm doing
What's
it wrong.
going on with you?
I know. I guess I'll have to try this now. Also, I can't take the show anymore, and I'm someone who's against putting shows on faster speeds. However, I'm not spending 25 minutes each week with this disgrace of a Taiga show. A Toku show. Now I get the episode done in like 12 minutes, yippee. And the episode was fine, don't remember much. Let's see here, if I was okay, Valganist is the mainstay, I got nothing.
I am firmly of the opinion, at least for me, if I'm at a point watching a thing where it's like, oh, I want to start speeding this up, I usually am like, this is my cue that I should just stop watching because I don't care. It's, yeah.
I am essentially. I don't know. I'm like a. Like, I tend to try to watch stuff that I care about in normals, but also like audio, like, you know, listening to an audiobook, that shit is like at least 1.5 by default.
Oh, I can't do that.
I'm never listening to an audiobook at 1 time speed.
I listen to many things at times 2 speed by default.
Audiobook readers talk so fucking slow. And I realize that's their job.
I like that. It helps me take it in. Too fast, and it's just in one ear, out the other for me.
No, if it's fast enough, then I'll actually be like, I won't fall out of a sentence and then get back in as it's ending. It's, you know.
Episode 16.
Episode 16.
What's getting a bit too hard to not have a defense team, including the main characters of the show. I'm so done. Like the chase scene in King Algard is pretty neat. Also, the VTOL nod was neat. Episode 17. Space Slam is okay. Pyros returns. Nothing else. I watched this 45 minutes ago, and on my shelf remains my memory. I don't want to continue this show. I do recommend, if you're this miserable, to tap out. You can just listen to our pod. It's fine. I don't think you should, like, if you're this miserable, punish yourself in this way.
Yeah.
Be free.
Yeah. You can just enjoy it vicariously through us, who are, like, having a better time than you are, it seems.
Alternatively, you might be like me, and you simply like watching shit that you hate. In which case, go for it. I certainly prefer watching shit I don't like than watching shit I don't feel anything about.
So what you're saying is you enjoy watching Ultraman Ace more than you enjoy Ultraman 66.
Let me think for a second. On the whole, yes.
Well,
Damn.
Oh, damn.
On the whole, yeah. When Minami is getting Poochie the dogged in Ultraman Ace, the show had my rapt attention.
But you said,
That is true.
We've said multiple times that that specific episode is actually good despite its evil context.
That's true.
You
But
have
also
to,
just...
you have to talk about the 6th Ultra Brother Dan.
Okay. Oh, the 6th Ultra Brother Dan. He died in a skiing accident. And I think that's beautiful. I'm not sure that I would actually say I prefer watching Ace to Ultraman 66.
See,
but,
the problem with me is I do remember large swaths of Ace also being boring. This is the thing.
Yeah.
That's partly why we were checked out on like the last stretch.
I do find with time, I do want to give 66 more of a pass for being the first in a way that, like, they were coming up with a lot of that shit on the fly, and I do think that the originality kind of gives it a little bit more of an oomph compared to some of its follow-ups, at least for me personally.
I think that was my headspace when I watched it, because I think I was still the highest of the three of us at the time. But also, it's still like in my lower rungs of shows we've seen. So
I did actually rank them. All the show. Now that we're done with all the mainline show ones, I did actually rank them.
I have not done that because I kind of forgot. I forgot.
And in the ranking, I did put Leo third. Leo third.
Damn.
Nice.
And I was like, I can't believe this, but I guess the Leo sickness is in my brain now, and I can't get it out.
Is it like, so I'm assuming like Ultra 7, Q, Leo, and then Return, probably?
That is true.
I gotta open the
AC.
notepad back. Let's see.
Oh, 80 in the top 5, neat.
80 in the top 5. Just in front of Tara.
That's reasonable.
And then Ultraman, and then Ace.
Well, what Hanuman? You actually have to.
That's not a show. That's not a show.
Yeah, that's it.
That's my get out clause.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I have mine now.
Hanuman is very firmly at the bottom, but with in parentheses, but not in a weird racist way. Close brackets.
That is kind of the problem with talking about that movie, because like it does feel like people are often unintentionally Orientalist about it.
Yeah, people get this way about
even
shit,
if it is also kind of just mid or boring.
Yeah.
It vacillates between being incredibly boring and also being very bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
I came up with my list off the cuff after hard thinking.
Okay.
This is a strange podcast for us to do lists, but go for it.
Q7, Return 80, Leo, Ultraman, Taro, Ace. I might swap Ultraman and Leo just because those Jisoji episodes are really good, but... They are.
Sure is convenient they made a compilation movie of just the Jisoji episodes that matter.
Yeah, I think I've accepted I like the Jisoji episodes more than I like Leo's really good episodes, but those are, to me, Leo and Ultraman are both shows that I'm like, this is mostly boring with some real bangers, like, throughout. Taro and Ace, I think, are gonna remain bottom two. I think I've just accepted. I appreciate that Taro is a good show, but like I just don't give a fuck about it.
I think if my gut feeling right now is 7Q. I can't decide between Return and Leo right now, but it's between those two.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I probably would say 80 right now, and then Taro. Which does feel weird, but also, like, you know...
AC just kind of found its stride again.
Yeah.
It was a miracle.
I guess, you know what? It was the 5th best one.
It was the 5th best Ultraman. Let's go.
I need to continue this email, and yeah.
Oh, the email isn't done. Okay,
No.
continue.
Yeah.
Lucky I have a better Shoking My Sanity, the Star Ultraman, editorializing me as someone who has maybe seen a bunch of episodes for subtitle reasons. Yeah, that show's pretty nice. Not quite done yet. I have 12 episodes left. I'm in the end game arc, so yay. All I will say is that I have some screenshots of the abhorrent exclusive subtitles to share. So yeah, whatever team of Wazucks created this DVD release, I swear. It's cool you're enjoying the show in spite of whatever translation they have going on there. So I'm curious to hear more of your thoughts about that. Also, to parallel my question from the last Omega email, what is your favorite Ultraman episode you've seen so far? And of course, perhaps not surprising, I'm sure this will be a contender for the three of us. The Mothra fanboys' answer for themselves is, the Maruji episode.
The Maruji episode is good. I voiced a concern in the podcast we did on the Maruji episode. And that concern was like vindicated a little bit in Ace. Was that the Maruji episode, I was like, this is like one of the best episodes ever, and then you told me that it was like a direct reference to like the Great Kanto earthquake and what happened there, and then it was kind of like, I don't know that it should have been that direct, bro. I'm
kind of still willing to give Irohara a pass because he's Okinawan on that one. But also it is like, damn, that's kind of crazy. It is kind of hard to like be like, yeah, this Toku Hero episode is doing commentary on an ethnic pogrom from 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Even if you're like from one of the ethnic groups that got pogromed.
It's like, I get it. I still think there's kind of like, you've now got a kaiju, and then in Ace, we bring the kaiju back, and Ultraman Ace kills the kaiju, and it's like, well, it was a different kaiju. A different kaiju just kind of effortlessly brutalized it, Mortal Kombat style, just because. Oh yes, and it's just like it's like well, that's an avatar of like the murder of Koreans. So like I don't think that this was necessarily such a great idea, but that episode is really good. It's just that I've got some concerns that I think knock it out of the running of my favorite. I think my favorites are like Jisoji episodes. Or
Jamila is always going to be my number one. Stolen Ultra Eye is going to be a close second for me always, I think.
It's Jamila, it's Skydon. I love Skydon so much. I'm kind of
torn between Maruchi and Nonmalt.
Oh, the Nonmalt episode is really good.
I like both those a lot.
And then
of course,
Ultraman, Ultra 7. I am like, the finale is so good. And then so is like a handful of episodes from the show, like fucking, like you say, Non-Malt, Stolen Ultra Eye. It's it's got bangers. The Metro episode, I'm always going back to the Metro episode. Metron.
Yeah, Metron. I was about to say, when the fuck did they take the train?
In StQ.
It's true.
It's true. It's true.
Oh, I was thinking about the last episode when you said the train episode. This has happened. There's multiple train episodes.
Remember, there's also the Phantom Train episode in 80, which is also the cool Mecha Gyros episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was the best episode of 80 for a long time, and then the hospital episode happened.
It's so cool that the hospital episode happens directly after Barrack Ship.
Oh, the Barrack Ship episode. Man, what a 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean we've got a
you know what,
a cast
I want to throw
potential
Taro a
favorites.
bone.
Yeah.
The Robot Bride episode's incredible.
Destroy every car in Japan with your powers.
Oh no, the World Auto Convention is in Tokyo this year.
Is it bad that the reason that episode sticks in my mind is when we got the what kaiju would you have for a pet email, and I went sicko voice the android wife.
No.
That episode also gave us I've seen this before.
I've seen this before.
Yeah, the robot. He's like when they find the robot.
Oh yes.
The robot laboratory.
Where?
Yes.
Where did you see this before?
Orphe is also a pretty fun episode from Taro.
It is. I think my favorite is probably like. It's probably the Metron episode. I just think it's good.
You know, actually, okay, well, I guess it's Ultraman, but if we're also including Ultra Q, I think even more than Jamila, my probably favorite episode of any Ultra thing we've seen is the Peter episode.
I mean, on the one hand, it's funny to call it the Peter episode. On the other hand, it is a really good episode.
Yeah.
Well, I think all the time about the final shot of him deciding I'm going to face the future even if I don't know what it entails, and walking towards his fight is one of the strongest endings we've had to any episode of these shows. It's so good.
I think it's funny he spends a lot part of the episode in clown makeup while Jin tries to encourage him to become a boxer again.
It's so good.
The bottle sinking into the
honorable
water.
mention.
Yeah.
Washing machine in Blazer.
That is a good episode. Oh, when I get shot with the laser that makes me take off my shirt. Why is he ripped? I think while we haven't answered the question, I think we've covered it.
Yeah.
I mean, we did talk about we did have our own recap episode of various Ultraman episodes.
Yeah,
that's true. We had a recap episode of the podcast.
Yes,
honestly, I do feel the need to use the bathroom incoming though, so I suggest we
me too.
wrap up.
Anyway,
that email?
That is the end of the email. So thank you.
For your email.
Thank you for your email.
Please be kinder to yourself, Mother Fanboy. And
listen,
I am looking forward to your...
I wish I had the power to drop some of these shows, and I don't. I'm
you're fucking here.
Exert your freedom.
Yeah, you're like chained. You're handcuffed to the radiator.
Yeah.
Clockwork Orange style, being like, yeah. Time for the 11th fight against Zeton.
That is going to be a podcast. If you want to follow the show, you can do so online on Twitter, first of all, on at ultra_Q. That is at ultra_QUEUE. We are also on Blue Sky at ultraQUEUE. No underscores on Blue Sky. I am also on Blue Sky. I'm at Red November. And those are my plugs. Mel.
You can send an email that we will thank you for at ultaqpod@gmail.com. We have a coffee for subtitle stuff, ? UltraQ Fund. Some of the stuff that I was planning on coming to fruition is in a weird limbo state, and also maybe Monkey's Paw scenario. So we'll see about that. But anyway, In the meantime, Brad.
In the meantime, Brad is what I say every morning when I wake up. Yeah, I'm on Blue Sky, B Invoked, that's BEINVOKED, and yeah, I'm hanging out. I'm having a good November still.
Yay!
That's good.
Yeah, we're halfway through. Surely work can't fuck this up for me in the next 2 weeks.
Don't say that. Well, no, actually, feel free to say that as much as you like. Jinxes aren't real. You'll be fine.
Jinxes aren't real. Yeah.
You hear that, listener? Jinxes aren't real.
It's almost American Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody. We will see you for the next batch whenever we do it. We've got, like, an idea, but, like, we'll let you know.
See you, everyone.
Later. Oh, yeah, it's Golden Kamuy next week, by the way.
Hell yeah.
今は見つめたい向かい合うのは自分映す瞳だからムースリング繋いできたけちゃそこから触れた思いに気づけないいつしか信じた胸に光る真意は満ちた月を見上げ消えないようにずっと探せ存在証明 Sounds of the last guy was born to show You decide the purpose 共に生きるその face Stand up This is on the plate 決められてたルールで隣の proof But you prove the proof Why don't you believe me 見ていたいここにいる意味に君を感じたい強く響かせようもう決して失わない記憶よりも確かなんだ導いた Shiny Eyes 何をなすべきなのかそれは答えじゃない作り出していくピース一つ一つ集めるほど感じる刃のような月の影にある消せない願いいつも探してるギャリーギャリー本当の自分見つけたい Racy Racy そこまでの迷いも全てそれ始めない